So all day, and maybe the last couple days, I've seen these videos on YouTube about the new thing that Amazon's doing with the Kindle. For some reason, I feel pressed to make a video about it, and I don't know why, but I figured. I'm sitting here in my recliner, as you can see, writing some notes for the end of the month Ramblethon and some other things I'm writing on. And like I just keep thinking about it. Like, you should just turn the camera on and make a video about it. So I did. I grabbed my camera, flipped it on, and I keep seeing all these videos about Kindle is making it where you can't download books, and the books that you buy you don't own. And I got to thinking about, like, why don't I care? Like, all these people on YouTube are making it sound like I should really be concerned about this. I should be downloading my books. I only have a week to download my books on my computer so that they're mine and they can't be changed or taken away. And I'm just like, I don't care. But maybe it's because I don't use my Kindle like everybody else does. Like, I don't have thousands of books on. In fact, I just bought this a year ago. Now, I did use Kindle before that on my phone. Like, I've used Kindle for like 10 years probably. But I didn't actually get a Kindle until like a year ago. I used to always just read it on my phone. Maybe I just don't use my Kindle like everybody else does. Back in the day, when I first started using it on my phone, I would download zombie books. Like, my whole goal was like to read Walking Dead graphic novels, which didn't work out. But I ended up finding these authors that wrote these zombie books, and they're not anybody you probably would have heard of. One of them's named Mark Tufo, and I honestly can't remember. Let's see if I can bring them up on here. But they were like no-name people that you ain't never heard of, and they wrote these series, these zombie series, and I would read them quickly because I'd be obsessed with them, and then I'd move on to the next one. There's Mark Tufo, DJ Moles, the remaining series, Mark Tufo's Zombie Fallout series, Omega Days by John Campbell, A.R. Wise. So that's the kind of series I would read through, and I enjoyed them. They were good, but I'm like, if something happened to them, I wouldn't be mad. Like, I don't even remember how much I paid for those books. They were probably like $1 a piece, $5 a piece, something like that. And like, that's been the case for, like, I don't know if there's a book on my Kindle that I paid more than $10 for. And in most cases, like I said, I don't have thousands of books on this thing. The way I look at it, if I hear about an author and I'm like, I kind of want to read one of their books, but I don't want to buy it, I get it on Kindle, because I'm probably going to get it for pretty cheap. And then if I like it, then we'll go buy it, especially if it's a series, and we'll start reading the series. Like these books, some of these books I have on here, like the one I just downloaded most recently was Edgar Allan Poe, Complete Tales and Poems. His complete works. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but you know what? Right over here on that shelf, I already have it. But it's easier to tote this to work and read it than to carry that hardback that's like this thick to work and read it. 1984, I read last year. It's up there on the shelf. I already have it. And some of these other books are just classic books, like the sun also rises as I lay dying, things like that. I can go to my favorite used bookstore, Chamberlain's Book Mine, and there'd be 14, 20 copies of that book on the shelf for like $5. So I'm just not all that worried about it. Now, like I said, people might use their Kindle differently. Maybe this is their only means of reading books and stuff like that. But not me. Like I still prefer a physical book. This is just for convenience. So like people talking about, you need to download your books because you bought them and they're yours. I'm like, yeah, I bought them for convenience, though. I don't really care. Like, if all my books got erased, I'm be out like $100. Probably not even that much. I bet I don't have $100 worth of books on here. But that's how Amazon wants to do it, to where they should change it to a subscription, you know? Like on Spotify, I pay a monthly subscription and I can download that music through the app on my phone, but I still don't own it. So it would make more sense if Amazon did that. Maybe that's what they're going to do. Just change over to Amazon Unlimited, and you pay a subscription fee and read whatever you want. But you don't own it. But the whole thing about, they can change your books without well, I'm not going back to read these books. I already read them. Or they might delete the book that you bought and purchased for. That does suck. I'm not saying it don't, okay? I'm just saying it's not that big a deal to me. Like if they delete a book I paid $1.99 for, I'm not going to be all that upset. So that's the thing about YouTubers, and obviously I am one, because here I am. And I was going to do a video on, how the YouTube algorithm feeds itself. Because somebody make a video, and then somebody will see it, and they'll make their version of the video. They'll make their version of the video. And I see this in multiple different ways. And I'm like, this is just how the algorithm feeds itself. Instead of people coming up with original ideas, they just take somebody else's idea, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. And they make it their own. And when you search for a topic, 7 videos come up that all have almost identical titles talking about the same thing. And when you see that, you're like, oh, this must be important and I must better do this. Like if you watch my channel, you're probably into stationery, and you've probably seen countless videos on YouTube. This pocket notebook changed my life. Okay, calm down, bud. But you know what I mean. So I just felt like I'd turn on the camera. It's like 9:15. I'm sitting here watching NXT and writing in my Lockbee here. And I just felt like I'd put my 2 cents in the game for what it's worth. So there you go. Physical books. I've always said it. Physical books, nothing will ever replace them. Now, I love this Kindle for the convenience of I can slip this thin little thing in my bag and take it to work and read whatever book on it that I feel like reading. But it'll never take the place of physical books. So, appreciate y'all watching. If you did, this seems like one of them videos that's going to have like 50 views on it. But that's okay. I've been Stormer Norman, and I've said things. Y'all have a good night.